Hi guys and girls, this is Henrichi here today. Grateful to have you all here tuned into my video. Today what I'm going to be talking about is how you can apply news events into your trading. And I already made a video, the chapter 1, which I titled Easy Way to Use the News to Your Advantage in Your Trading. So if you do watch that, you can see how I outlined you can do that. And what I'm going to be showing today is the practical way to apply that in your trades. So first thing, this was on Friday, and the Friday price action is where I'm gonna show this. This news was on a Friday. USD high impact, USD, and USD. 4 high impact news, 3 by 1:30, 1, 2, 3, and 1 by 3 o'clock. So by 1:30, before 1:30, you should have already decided whether you're going to be a buyer or a seller. But in this situation, before then, I was already looking for buys on the NASDAQ because I was anticipating for the dollar to go lower. Why do I think the dollar was going to go lower? First thing, from technical analysis, which I posted about the dollar being bearish in my own opinion. Please note that nothing I say in this video should be used as investment advice. It's only for educational and entertainment purposes only. So, in the previous video, I outlined that when you come into the Forex factory and you are looking at the time of the USD high impact news and where they wrote the previous 0.4%, the forecast 0.4%. So, in my opinion, this seems neutral. The previous 256K, forecast 200K. This is pointing to the downside for the dollar, in my opinion. Previous 3.6, forecast 3.7, pointing upward for the dollar. So now, 1 is neutral, 1 is low, 1 is high. So this puts you at a spot of, what's the technical analysis saying? Technical analysis is saying the dollar is bearish. Technical analysis is saying the NASDAQ is bullish, and I'm looking for buys. Now the time of this news is by 1:30 p.m. Now you analyze your NASDAQ. I analyze my NASDAQ, marks my point of interest, which was a 5 minutes imbalance, 5 minutes fair value gap, and relative equal low, which was here and here. This was my point of interest. The fair value gap and the relative equal low here, and this fair value gap here. This was my point of interest. And after I marked this out, I was waiting for a 2 minutes break of structure. And the moment, and I told myself the moment I see a 2 minutes break of structure after the news, I am going to go longs on NASDAQ. Now, we'll go to 2 minutes time frame, and you can see the time here this not showing? All right, yeah. Yeah, so this was my point of interest. The red line was my point of interest. Price made this high and this low. And this was my 2 minutes high, where I outlined that I wanted price to break this high for me to confirm bullishness. And while I'm waiting for price to break this high, I was also waiting for the news event to drop. And this was 118. And you can see right here, this candle right here was at 130. 130 after the news. As you can see here, the news was at 1:30 p.m. And you can see this candle that broke structure, the 2 minute structure that shifted from bearish to bullish was at 1:30 p.m. as well. So this was my high. The high that I wanted to see break. The moment price broke this structure after the news event, I went straight to the news to see what the outcome was. And you can see here, previous 0.4, 0.4 forecast, 0.3, which in my opinion was telling me that the dollar was going to go down. And if the dollar is going down, the NASDAQ should go up. Now, the second news, non-farm employment change, 256K, forecast was 200, and it ended up being 223K. Now, 223K is the actual number, the actual data, which is lower than the previous data, still pointing that the dollar should go down. Now, the other news, the third one, previous was 3.6, forecast 3.7, and the news that came out at 1:30 was signaling that the dollar will go down, this being 3.5. Now, with this information, I didn't need anything else. I didn't need to do anything else besides look for my fair value gap or an imbalance and put on my trade. And this was my entry on that trade. And I came here. And that was it. And as you can see, price tapped me in. And left. And I closed this trade at 1:12. I didn't want to keep holding it. I was satisfied with what I made on the Friday. 1:12. So you can see how this works. Yeah, I know it may look easy the way I've tried to outline it. But when you start to backtest it, you're going to realize that it's not really that big of a deal. You just need to have an understanding of what you're looking for in price before the news. So that when the news comes out, you can use the data from the news to confirm your bias. And as you can see, price came into here, mitigated this imbalance, and also tapped into the previous POI, the previous point of interest, also mitigated it. Even though I wouldn't advise you to go put in your limit order here, I'm always going to be using the imbalance. So, guys and girls, I hope this has been insightful. No financial advice. Everything I said in this video is just for educational and entertainment purposes only. So if you find this helpful in your trading journey, you can leave a comment. If you're a bit confused, you can also leave a comment so I can, when I make another video talking about this, I can try to expatiate further so it's a bit easier to understand. So guys and girls, I hope you enjoyed this one today. I'll be seeing you all next time. Have a lovely day. Bye.